What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Alex O Crypto. We're going to go through time frames today, how I use time frames, how I use them in order to become a profitable trader. Confluence, multiple time frames, multiple confluences. That's what we're all about here. Mindset, all those good things. So let's jump into it. We're on the 1 minute chart. Let's go. We didn't go to the DGen 30 second, okay? No, I'm joking. We don't love the 1 minute chart, but this is messy. Look at how messy this is. Now, we want to talk about time frames and all the time frames we use. Now, some of my favorite time frames are the 12, the 24, because you know what? We're on the hourlies here, so we go to the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 12 hour, the daily. These are some of my favorites, but how do we use them? How do we extract ideas and thoughts throughout the market and get confluence in our trades? Now, when we're looking at this 1 minute chart, it just looks like a mess, okay? It looks like a complete mess. So, what are we going to do? We're going to build our idea for a trade idea, a trading plan from the higher terms to the lower terms in order to build confidence. With looking at this, it's telling me not too much, okay? So when we go out in the daily, what do we see on the daily? We can zoom out. We're on the Bitcoin right here, and we can see that we have the price moving in an uptrend. Very, very easy to see on the daily, okay? Very easy to see. Are we going to continue upwards? Well, the trend is your friend until the end. But if I'm on the 1 minute chart, I have no idea where we're going. Okay, so boom, we have an idea. We are going up. The trend is our friend, right? Even if we want to go to the weekly, okay, the weekly. Oh, look, Otter Gang. Shout out to you guys, the Otter Gang. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're out here every single day going live. So on the weekly, we can also see on this time frame that we have a doji candle that could reverse us to the downside, but we do have these massive bullish wicks to the upside. So we've got an idea. We are heading up, but there could be a retracement in the future. Now we go back to the daily. We can see that as well. Okay, and as we work through these time frames, we can get multiple confluences. Now, what I like to do is partner this up with Market Cipher. When I use Market Cipher, I can get multiple ideas for green dots, red dots, reversals, and these typically help play out when I look at them on the longer term time frames. You can see you get a blood diamond, it dropped on us, an X continuation to the downside, right? And we had a little bit of a reversal most recently. So we get these signals on the higher term time frames. They are much more potent, much more powerful. Same with the RSIs, same with the MACDs, same with any oscillator that you are using. A divergence or anything on a higher term time frame, such as the daily, the 12 hour, it works out to be stronger, in my opinion. Just from watching the markets, you can see we have a bearish divergence here forming that could possibly bring us down. Okay, so these are the things that you look for on the higher term time frames to give you confluence when you go into the lower term time frames. Now, when we get down into the 12 hour, it starts to get a little bit more messy, right? It starts to give you a little bit less signals and a little bit more of the short-term ideas because we're breaking the day down now. We're breaking the day down into parts of in half as the 12 hour or into quarters or into whichever way you want to break the day down. But remember, these play out, and the way to tell on when they're going to print the next, this is very important, when they're going to print the next candle, you look to the right here and you can see on the ticker, it'll have a countdown. So we are currently on the 4 hour, and on the ticker, there's 3 hours and 22 minutes left, okay? If we are going to go down to the 1 hour, this ticker says there's 22 minutes left, okay? Very important to note when your next candle is going to appear in order to prepare for the next move, okay? Because we know once a candle is printed, it's there to stay, okay? So if we get a signal of a blood diamond or a signal of a green dot, but it hasn't printed yet, we need to be patient and we need to wait for confirmation. Okay? Little trick about time frames there. Now, the 4 hour is always my go-to when looking for my initial setup. Yes, I can have a big outlook daily. Okay, which way are we going? But as a short-term day trader / scalper, I like to go to the 4 hour and say, hey, where are we going today, right? And I'll look out and I see we have key levels of support and resistance, right? And I can easily see that we have come and we've touched this multiple times and now we are at the top. So what am I going to be looking for? I'm going to be looking for a short, right? That's what it tells me, right? But also, guess what? We just checked the daily. So we know that we are in an uptrend. So could we pop out of this high risk, high reward? So maybe I want to wait for it to come back down to this level and look for a long, depending on my risk tolerance, okay? So that's one thing we can know. We can cross-check our daily with our 4 hour and as we go down, right? Now we go into our 1 hour. What does the 1 hour give us? It gives us more of an idea of what's going to happen throughout our day. Like if I'm up for 12 hours of the day, well, guess what? I'm going to get 12 candles on here in which I can look to trade, right? So I can look, okay, this is my area. What do I think price is going to do within this area? Do I believe that we could work our way up? We are in a mini uptrend and maybe swing failure pattern and head down and I can take profits and go to sleep. Maybe that's an idea, but this is how we can build ideas, build a trading plan for the day in order to be profitable in the short term / long term by checking multiple time zones. Now, when we get into entries, we want to be under the 1 hour, in my opinion. We get under the 1 hour. I like to go to the 24 instead of the 30. I like the 24. It gives me more ideas. And if you are a friend of the channel and you join us on the live streams, we know our friend Felix, the moderator, he likes the 22 minutes, so maybe that works for you too. But I'll go into the 24 and I will look for my setups. Okay, so I got double red dots here curling over. Maybe this is some sort of double top reversal. Okay, so we build ideas here and then we can keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller to find this entry, right? Here we can pull Fibonacci's, we can pull volume, we can pull all sorts of different things more accurately in order to get better entries, right? Because when we get better entries, we tend to make more profit. That's why we zoom in from a large to a small in order to build confluence. So now we're going all the way back down to this 1 minute. And now we know that this is the top. This is the top of that double top that we just pointed out. Look, there they are, right? So when we zoom out, look at this. We got the double tops, right? We got the double tops. Very, very easy to see. But now we can zoom in to the 3 minute, pull the magnifying glass out, and take a look. Okay, we've topped out here. Are we going to continue downwards? So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a retracement from these lows to this high, and maybe we'll get a bounce there. See, very easy, very useful when using our time zones, our times in order to build confluence. That's how I use my times. That's how I make sure that the time frames that I have on my charts build multiple confluences throughout the chart in order to help me enter a trade, in order to get me a better outlook on what's going on in the market, the trend, and everything like that. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helps. Add those time frames to your charts and find some that you really like and trade them accordingly. So thank you so much for being here. Much love to every single one of you. God bless and see you in the next one. Bye.